Good evening, everyone. It's Coach Warda here, and welcome back to my channel. Tonight, we're gonna spend a little bit of time working on some tips and tricks that you can use to get a good night's sleep, especially with school starting soon and the rigors of academics, as well as training. You've got to get a good night's sleep or everybody suffers, including you and everybody around you if you're in a bad mood. So we're going to talk about how to get a good night's sleep, some habits to start getting into during the school year, and especially around tough training and getting ready for that big meet. So stay tuned, and we're going to get right into the tips right now. Okay, so tip number one is your bedroom is kind of like your sanctuary. So that's going to be a place of peacefulness, serenity, where you know that your mind is going to be at rest and you can go in there and get a good night's sleep. So first and foremost, your room needs to be clean. Clean. Like not only everything off the floor, or not like I did when I was young. I just pushed everything under my bed. And then I told my mom it was clean, and she'd come and look under, and she's like, no, Mary Ellen. Or in your closet. So especially before school starts, you have a few days still if you're in Forsyth County, clean your room. Get it clean, get it organized, get everything ready for the next week of school and swimming or whatever sport that you do. Get it clean and organized. That's number one. Also, clean your sheets. If your parents put you in charge of that, make sure you're doing that at least every week and have a spare set if you have a spare set. You want to be able to go to bed on clean sheets, and that helps you get a good night's rest also. When you lay down, you're like, smells good in here and not like my stinky feet. So number one, start off with a clean bedroom and clean sheets. Okay, number two. Again, your bedroom is a sanctuary. You're supposed to be sleeping in there and reading or very calm. I don't want you guys doing homework on your bed. I know you got a dining room or a kitchen or somewhere else in your house where you can go and do your homework. Doing your homework on your bed is the worst place you can do it. And our eldest daughter, Reese, would do it on the floor next to her bed. And I'm like, no, get it out of your room. So no homework on your bed. The only thing you can have in your bed maybe is a book to read. And that's really it. I don't want to see papers everywhere. That comes with a lot of stress, and it stays in your room. If you continue to do your homework in your bed, it stays in your room. So get in the habit of doing your homework somewhere else. And that includes for the adults. Don't do work in your bed with your computer. No, leave it out. Leave it out of your room. You'll thank me. You don't need to be doing work in your bed. It carries over to your sleep. So that's number two. No work in your bed. Homework or work. Okay, so number three is watch what you're eating and drinking throughout the day, especially after lunchtime, because caffeine stays in your body from 12 to 14 hours after you ingest it, whether that's a soft drink, whether that's coffee, which I hope you're not drinking coffee, and chocolate, anything like that, those crazy monster drinks, nuts, cut that out because it's going to affect your sleep. So stop with the caffeine after 12 if you really want to get a good night's sleep at night, because caffeine will affect your sleep. Now, for the adults that are watching this, I hate to break it to you, the beer and wine or whatever you're drinking at night absolutely affects your sleep. Some people think that having a glass of wine at night, well, it'll be okay. No, it affects your sleep. You'll be up at 2 o'clock in the morning, wondering, why aren't I sleeping well? It's because of the alcohol. So kids, no caffeine. Adults, if you have sleep problems, I wouldn't be drinking alcohol at night. So watch what you eat and drink, especially after 12. Okay, so number four, I would say about 30 minutes before you go to bed, I would get ready for bed. You can have some chamomile tea if you want. That really helps your mind and body really get into sleep mode, because you want your brain getting ready for, hey, it's getting dark outside. We're going to start getting ready for bed. We're going to start, taking the body down to rest, which means take down some of these lights. Ambient lighting is okay in your room for reading, as long as it's a low lit light, not anything with the blue light on it. So if you do some research on blue light, which is on your phones, on all of your devices, it absolutely affects the release of melatonin in your brain, which helps the onset of sleep. So if you're going to read on your device, you can go to the settings and you can push the blue light filter, and that will take away the blue light. The other regular lights aren't as bad, but blue light especially, it's on TVs, it's on all of our devices, prohibits the onset of sleep. So make sure you turn that off. I would suggest reading just a magazine or even just a book. Nothing scary, nothing that's going to give you anxiety before you go to bed, but something that's going to help you just calm down and start getting your mind ready to sleep. So again, number 4 is turn the lights down enough just to read, but put that blue light filter on if you're going to use your device, and start calming your mind down. Okay, so number 5 is probably the most important, and that's with regard to turning your phone into airplane mode. That way you can't be disturbed during the night. I mean, you can set your alarm, but you're not going to get the dings all night from notifications or your friends trying to text you. And to stop that, just in a nice way, just tell your friends, if you're in a group chat, or if you're, have a boyfriend or a girlfriend that you're texting with, that, hey, listen, I need to go to bed. It's time for me to go to bed. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll talk tomorrow, I promise. But I'm going to bed. I'm going into airplane mode, so I'm not going to respond to you. So don't get your feelings hurt. I will text you first thing in the morning, but I need to go to bed. And, your friends will understand. And for those kids that, don't have a bedtime and their parents don't monitor when they go to sleep, they will talk with you all night long. And you don't need to be doing that. If you're an athlete in training, you need to be able to get that rest that you need to be able to perform at practice the next day. And that's the same thing that goes on for adults. I'd say unless you're on call for something, there are plenty of jobs where you can be on call. But if you're not, you've got to be able to set those boundaries with your coworkers and people that your clients, that if it's not an emergency, I'm going to bed. Because if you don't lay out those boundaries, they're going to overstep them because they don't know. So for everyone, just in that 30-minute window where you're about to go to sleep, just let everybody know that, hey, I'm about to check out for the night. I love you. I'll talk to you tomorrow, but it's over for tonight. And I'm getting ready to go to sleep. So that's number 5. Okay, so we're almost done. So in that 30-minute window when you're telling people good night and, hey, I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'm out of here for the night. I'm going to bed. The other thing I would suggest not doing is checking social media. So every time you look at a picture you've posted, how many likes you have, people responding. I don't think a lot of people do Facebook. I don't think a lot of young people do Facebook. That might be something for the older generation. I don't do it anymore. I actually just picked up Instagram to let you guys know when I'm about to do a video and to share some pretty pictures that I see that are brought to you by God and His beauty. But don't look at those things, because once you get that notification or that, hey, I got a like, your brain releases dopamine, and that it's like that energy, oh, it feels good. Doesn't it feel good? To get that it's just the way our brain works. And it's going to disrupt your sleep pattern. So once you get all riled up, even just a little bit of dopamine, you're like, yeah, it's awesome, I got a like. That's going to affect the way you sleep. So don't even look at social media. Save that for the morning when you just wake up and you're like, hey, look at that. Everybody likes my picture. Woo! And then it fades to nothing until you post something else. So I would put that stuff to the side in that 30-minute window and just really start getting ready to go to bed, and just put that airplane mode on, get the alarm set. That does work, even though you're on, you're in airplane mode, your alarm does work. Flip your phone over, and try to put it not next to your head. Put it away from your, like on the other side of your nightstand, before you go to bed. And then you're just about ready to like turn in for the night. Okay, so I think you've got enough to get started on getting ready for a good night's sleep. I totally would recommend going to bed with the room completely dark, because any type of light is going to trick your brain into thinking, hey, the sun's coming up, I need to wake up. So keep your room as dark as possible, and having some white noise like a fan or something so you don't get woken up by a sound that you don't need to be waking up in the middle of the night. If you can have a whole night where you don't wake up, wouldn't that be wonderful? It'd be wonderful for me. So just keep your room dark. If you close your doors, just keep it as peaceful as possible with some white noise, and I think you're going to be set up for a good night's sleep. Again, remember everything I said tonight about getting ready, and you're not going to hurt anybody's feelings by letting everyone know that you're going offline. And it's a good habit to have, because people, as you get older, will take advantage of that if you don't have that boundary. So have the boundary. I'll see you next time on the next video. Please subscribe to my channel if you liked the video, and let me know if you liked it. Ring the bell for more notifications every time I post a video. I'm gonna have a new 2 and 2, 2 tips in 2 minutes in the next couple of days. But again, thanks for watching my channel, and I'll see you next time.